The surprise attack on Iran started with deception. Then came stealth bombers, bunker buster bombs, and tomahawks launched by a submarine.
Hey, good morning, everyone. In this segment, we're going to take a very detailed look and analysis of the B-2 bombing of the nuclear sites in Iran in the early morning hours of June 22nd, 2025. Just a few days ago, the Wall Street Journal has put together an amazing analysis. Let's take a look. I'll come back in a few minutes and we'll talk about it.
The U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime.
Throughout the mission, we retained the element of surprise.
Here's how the mission unfolded and how the Pentagon's deliberate misdirection helped keep the attack under wraps. Early Saturday morning, two B-2 bombers left their base in Missouri and began heading west toward the Pacific. Flight trackers quickly picked up clues about the trip,
Mighty 2-1, contact Mighty 1-1, Salt Lake, Center.
including refueling operations out of Oklahoma, then California, then Hawaii.
So just real quickly, just remember what you just said. Two B-2 bombers left Missouri, headed west towards Guam. Remember that Saturday morning, the 21st, our day, we were told 6 B-2 bombers were headed west towards Guam. There were 6 B-2 bombers headed east. So you see, the U.S. Department of Defense really did a great job with that deception. It fooled us. It fooled the press, the media, everybody.
A defense official confirmed the movement to the Journal, and news outlets quickly began reporting on the B-2's moves west.
B-2 stealth bombers have been moved to the Pacific.
Those multiple B-2 stealth bombers are in fact headed towards Guam.
There were indications that the bombers could be heading to a staging base at Diego Garcia or Guam, giving Iran the impression that a potential strike could be days away. As that was happening, another group of B-2s left Whiteman and headed east.
The main strike package, comprised of 7 B-2 Spirit bombers, each with 2 crew members, proceeded quietly to the east with minimal communications.
According to the Pentagon, around 5 p.m. Eastern Saturday, which is 12:30 a.m. Sunday in Iran, a submarine in the Middle East fired the first shots, launching more than 24 Tomahawk missiles. They wouldn't land until after the last bombs were dropped. Around 6 p.m., the strike package entered Iranian airspace. According to General Dan Kane, decoy aircraft were sent ahead of the B-2s, flying at high altitude and high speed to throw off Iran's air defenses. As the strike package approached Fordo and Natanz, U.S. fighter jets fired against any potential Iranian threats. Then, from about 6:40 to 7 p.m. Eastern, the B-2s dropped huge bunker buster bombs on their targets. 12 GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator bombs were dropped on Fordo, while 2 were dropped on Natanz, according to a U.S. official. Shortly after that, the Tomahawk missiles struck Isfahan and the strike package exited Iranian airspace to return home.
This was the largest B-2 operational strike in U.S. history and the second longest B-2 mission ever flown, exceeded only by those in the days following 9/11.
In one night, the U.S. used 3/4 of its believed stockpile of this type of bunker buster bomb. But did it accomplish the goal of setting Iran's nuclear program back? The UN Atomic Energy Agency chief said it's unclear.
400 kilograms of 60% uranium are there, and Iran has made no secret that they have protected this material.
Satellite images show damage to the 3 sites, but experts say more information is needed to assess the status of Iran's potential nuclear capabilities. For example, Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium is stored in cylinders and is fairly mobile. If Iran moved it before the attack, or if it stayed intact, Iran could reconstitute its program fairly quickly. And if the country's centrifuges somehow survived, that would also be key. Vice President Vance signaled on television that Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium is still intact.
We're going to work in the coming weeks to ensure that we do something with that fuel, and that's one of the things that we're going to have conversations with the Iranians about. But enriching uranium up to the point of a nuclear weapon, that is what the president put a stop to last night.
That was just an amazing piece of work by the Wall Street Journal. It's the best that I've seen so far. The networks have thrown some analysis out there, but this Wall Street Journal presentation was just spot on. And it just goes to show how precise and how far ahead of the universe the United States military is, we had 125 aircraft in Iranian airspace, and they didn't know we were there. We went in, we hit our targets, and we got out. We stayed away from civilian areas. We didn't bomb hospitals and apartment buildings. We went after the target, and we got out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Listen, I have some great content coming, so please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I was going to make this a 3-part series. The next video is going to get a little bit more detail on the damage assessments. As many of you know, this has become a very, very hot issue in the media. Right away, the networks come out and we're debating whether or not we really damaged anything. Now, we know better because we have current up-to-date intelligence. But stick with me. I can't wait to give you the next bit of information that's coming out. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I can't wait to see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching.